Agriculture comes to you compliments Hoppers and Grenada Paper Products, manufacturers of Royal, Horizon, and Quick and Easy paper towels and napkins.
You can now send a gift card to your loved ones locally or internationally thanks to the food fair. Here's how it works. Click the gift card icon or banner. Customize your gift card by choosing from different templates, dollar amount, and personalized messages. You can also upload your personal design. Select Add to Cart and complete transaction. Allow relatives and friends to pick up an item or items at the food fair for the dollar value. Gift card. It's that easy.
The croton scale insect, a new threat to our agricultural production, is now creating major damage to several plants. Mango, soursop, plums, guava, avocado, and crotons are among the main ones affected. Excessive sooty mold, black blight, is associated with this pest. Take action now. Cut and burn infested fruits and shoots. Do not move infested materials to other areas. Treat with horticultural oils and recommended insecticides. Request assistance from the Ministry of Agriculture. Follow all safety protocols when burning trash or applying pesticides. A message from the Ministry of Agriculture.
It's your summer everything loan from the Communal. Borrow up to $10,000 for all your needs. School supplies, staycation, home renovations, appliances or furniture. You can have it all with a summer everything loan. With competitive interest rates and same-day approvals, you can't beat this loan special. Not a member? Join today to get onto this exciting offer. It's your summer everything loan from the Communal. Apply today and take advantage of this exciting offer. Visit the nearest Communal branch or call us at 440-1755 for more information. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Raise it high up the ladder. Let we set it on fire. A little more calypso. Forget the funk and the disco. A little more limbo. A little more Shango. Find the greasy pole, and we don't dance from the maple.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to We Culture. It is Friday, of course. It is the 15th day of October, 2021. And, of course, every Friday evening, we're here with you, talking about our culture. Yes, indeed. Just before we get into the program this evening, listening to the news this evening, it was rather heartbreaking, to hear of the, passing of two young people in Grenada. I know it had the whole country just wondering what actually happened. Our sympathies go to the family and friends of those who have died, and we wish them strength in this difficult period. So we welcome all of you, and let me just let you know, we are on Facebook tonight. We're up and running. Everything is in order. We're ready to go, and so
Postmark Zone.
It's to welcome the team. In fact, they gone ahead and they go on. They couldn't wait. Fellas.
So at least we could get some clothes.
fellas.
Yeah.
All you heard me out.
Yeah, man. Seriously.
Right. Very good. Very good.
Tell you staging a one-man boycott at Black Jersey.
Which Black Jersey you talking about now? I'm doing now.
But we can't hear you.
How do you mean all you can hear me?
Yeah, we don't hear you. Must make a wave like how
you talking to us? No, us he talking to.
Yeah, man. My mic in order.
That big hardy wave they are finding to how you ask?
No, my microphone open. All my business fixed.
So up to now they don't go back on Facebook here.
Yeah, we on Facebook.
On Facebook right now.
Are you on Facebook?
So
Yeah.
you all not you say you're not hearing me? I'm not understanding what's happening there. We seem to have an issue. I don't know what's happening. Let me see if my producer could get this thing sorted out. Just stay with us, folks. We'll be back with you in just a moment.
There's really this subculture, or this maybe this sub language that is a lexicon that is taking place.
Kindly greasy pole, and we don't dance round the maypole. Kindly greasy pole, and we don't dance round the maypole. Kindly greasy pole, and we don't dance round the
Cultural ambassador, scholar, as we look at we culture, compliments Hubbard's agents for Bop Inst.
Okay, welcome back, folks. I think we have it locked down now. I think the producer got it organized and we're good to go. Fellas, all you hearing me now?
Loud and clear.
All right, very good, very good. So we welcome our Facebook fans back this week. We do apologize for 2 weeks. We had some issues and we were not able to engage you on Facebook. But we're back this evening and I see already all our pips are on board. So fellas, welcome. It's a pleasure as always to be back. Scholar, you were complaining about something just now? Let me hear it now. What's your problem?
I don't want to hear that. That we only turn our conversation.
Oh, yeah, I'll keep that there. I ain't saying all you. Anyway, good evening, fellas. Let me talk to Reece first. Reece, how are you doing?
You just know to make me laugh, eh?
I know.
When you talk about our fellas.
Fellas?
Once you mention fellas, I must laugh.
Well, were you that fella? So you're that?
Yeah, and you're a lady. You're a lady.
You're that fella? Fella, listen. Fella and lady.
You still have that thing around, you know.
Fella and lady, you don't mad.
You go stay wrong.
You don't mad.
Stay wrong.
This fella and lady.
You go stay wrong.
You gotta get a different word or a different thing to counter fella. Lady don't. That is something.
That's all you're calling me, fella. Y'all are ladies. That's it.
We don't call you no fella, you know. We call you fellas.
Fellas,
and all you know I have backing when it comes to that.
All you have backing?
I have backing.
The dog was not talking about it.
But Skulls, hold on. We are talking about something, boy. I read a post today about a future program that we're talking about. And I hear we partner say, oh, you don't always talk about that because sometimes when you're giving people change. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about, right? The man said, when you giving people change, you know. So I wonder, well, but when that happened, what are you talking about? So I keep reading over and reading because I said, well, no. So I ain't understanding something. Maybe by any event.
So that man doesn't give people change.
Well, don't I know of?
Livingston, anytime they pay, you say that there.
But
killing that.
But scholar, the talk in Grenville now is that they have a Syrian store in the car park. And they say that's the first Syrian store that's selling fruits and vegetables. That record. So, hello. Hey, Doc, what happened, boy?
Good night, all the listeners. Welcome back to our Facebook patrons. Good night, folks. We have a most beautiful lady with us. Good night, my queen. We are here again battling it. We are here again to take you on the next journey. So hopefully we ride along peacefully tonight.
Yeah. So Finley, what have you been up to?
Well, they are watching.
What?
Watching Tricks staying just above me there. So I always watching Tricks.
Yeah? All right. Yeah.
I watching Tricks.
Wonderful. So fellas, listen, we've been talking for the past 4 weeks? 4 weeks, yeah? We've been talking about agriculture. And we've been very specific. We talk about breadfruit, we talk about mango, we talk about coconut, and we talk about something else. What's the other one? Yam. Yeah. But we have not taken a generalized look at the whole culture of agriculture. Because up to now we ain't talk about when Doc used to mine sheep and thing, you know. Doc, and you had some sheep, well?
Yes, I had some sheep.
How much sheep you had?
Rabbit.
You had rabbit?
Of course I had rabbit. One of my favorite actually was rabbit.
Yeah? What used to feed them with?
Not Malek stomach.
What?
Well, vine.
What vine?
Watergrass and some of them what we call rabbit vine, and they've got the correct name for it.
Rabbit vine?
Vine is vine. I don't know what vine and name.
Different vine.
I thought
different vine.
So
let me tell you something. You might have different vine, but when you go for vine for a vine,
it's vine you gonna look for.
So I went to look for vine.
Yeah, but you couldn't give.
Mallet stomach is when you can't get vine or you're lazy or something. Then you break out the mallet stomach.
Are you?
And you throw it inside it.
Mallet stomach was more favorite for goat.
Mallet stomach is good.
Yeah. But no, rabbit would eat it as well.
Yeah.
I had rabbit too, you know. Well, actually, I had one rabbit.
I never knew you had rabbit, Godfrey.
One rabbit I had. And actually, let me tell you how I come by that rabbit. That rabbit come from a little raffle in school, you know. And, well, I didn't win the raffle. It's a little school girlfriend of mine that win the raffle. And then she give me the rabbit. So I started mind the rabbit. But I had a sheep. And we had 2 pigs. And them pigs had name, eh? One pig was Misery, and the other one name was Come Here. And don't ask me how them pig get in name, eh? Because there's a program for itself. Scholar, how about you? What animal you used to mind?
Is that me?
Yeah.
I used to mind all kind of beasts. From rabbit, go right down. I used to go with my old man, mine cow, cut grass for cow. That time I was small. Out there on pool and all kind of things. Well, I had a rabbit, as usual. I had some sheep as well.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one, I tied the sheep in a man. Getting good?
Yeah,
Yeah, tied the sheep in a man because the man has since passed on. A man they call Peter Belfort. Had some land right in Shandimel. But he not from Shandimel, from Mali.
Okay.
So every day he come to land. So every time teeth are tied, in the land. That time I died in the land. Boy, the evening I come out to school, I go for my sheep and then man them pong them sheep. The man them kill them sheep. That was all the Israel.
Yeah, but that worthless man.
That was all the age by. I would never forget that when I was a little boy. I cried for a sheep and them.
So because you can hear, because you refuse to hear, you don't hear him.
Yeah, so the sheep I never had to pay for it.
No, but I worthless man. You got the sheep else.
But that time I little boy, you see, I sheep. But them men in those days, them men used to joke for the property buy. You know, when they say do thing and do tie.
And you can't even pass either, you know. You can't pass it and do, you know.
We used to time him. We know, you know, when he come in and when he don't come in and it's a tie. But that day he come by. That was out of the ordinary come. And them sheep.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's something I've never forgotten. But I mean not gonna be. I mean, sheep, rabbit, goat, you name it.
Reece, what about you? Well, I shouldn't ask you know about that.
Well, I am happy that you addressed me as Reece because I don't know who was answering you with that fella's talking on. Fellas, all you
fellas, that is for introduction. When I introduce you. Once I introduce you, I'll give you, once you get your proper introduction, then we move on to other things.
Okay. So growing up, my father had a lot of sheep and goats, plenty, and he was what you call a good shepherd because he never believed in slaughtering his animals. His animals were part of his family, so they multiplied and they multiplied, and he just grew this big animal family.
You see, they don't multiply, they drop.
Yeah, they breed and they drop.
They drop.
And yes, and you know, as a child, I remember every morning before he goes to work in St. George's, he would go and tie out the animals, and usually it was down in Cuthbert Peters Park. And then when he comes from work, he would go back down and get his animals and bring them up. So they were either in pens by my grandparents or underneath the house that we lived in. They were tied there until they were brought back out, the following morning. And people who would have eaten meat out of my father's flock, they would have eaten it because it's a case where maybe a dog would have attacked an animal and the vet say it doesn't look like he would survive, so he would just slaughter it and give away the meat. But we did not eat meat, so he was not very in it for food for us. It was just the animals were part of his family. And they all had names like Nasty, Kid, all kind of things. Based on the personality or the things that the animals did that kind of draw your attention, they got their name accordingly. And yeah.
So you see, I have a question. Hold on, Godfrey, I have a question. So besides something you see with the vet say you can't make it, or if one of them triangle, sheep triangle is easy.
Yeah.
Not
triangle, man. Not triangle. Strangle. You forgot the S?
Mr. Man, triangle.
What?
Triangle. Not triangle. That not triangle?
Why no strangle? You have S. Strangle.
And that's strangle. If I right. Well, anyway, we know how to say strangle. That's what we use. So if a sheep do triangle or something else, or something.
You're triangle.
What you trying to tell me? Your father sheep and them used to live to old age?
After these animals and them breed for so many times, you used to see the age on the animals too. Yes.
And what happened to them that time?
Old age.
So when they get old and they can't walk until again,
you might hear one die, something, and they say sheep easy to die. So, and then when he traveled, he had not a choice but to get rid of them. But he would not sell an animal to somebody if he's not assured how they will be treated and these kinds of things. So, yeah, he was a good old shepherd.
Let me tell you something. On behalf of your father, let me tell you that your father come last year.
You had to stop that. You had to stop that. But fellas, now naming animals, why some people would give their animals human name? So, example, I know somebody who have a goat, and they call the goat Sheila. Why you giving animal people name?
That confusion. Somebody's name is confusion. Okay.
So if I know people used to do that with dogs. Now, if you and your neighbor ain't doing, you naming your dog after your neighbor. So let's say if your neighbor name is, let's say, Livingston, I call him the dog Livingston. So when I see Livingston passing, I call him my dog. I say, mash Livingston. Livingston, move there. What your dog you talking to?
Let me answer the question. Because I believe you want to receive hit the nail on the right head. You used to have that. That kind of thing. Where people want to, according to Reece's melee and old talk. The animal. I don't know where the culture of naming animals come out, but people name animals all the time. Especially domestic animals. And those that you have as pets. So I guess if you name your animal like sheep and goat and things like what Reece said, then it's harder to kill them. Right? When you name animals that way. But I think you're right. Sometimes people, if you want to interfere with somebody, then you would name. I remember, and that is kind of breaking away from the agriculture and the naming of animals thing. But I remember, but it's the same kind of philosophy. I remember when we were in school, in a little class, little standard. There was a particular teacher, and you had workmen and things walking on the school, thing in the roof and so on, while the school going ahead. But them workmen was from Shantimel. But the teacher don't like them men from Shantimel. So she putting up some words on the board, and children, you had to call the words. So the first word, Shantimel, and she will go Shantimel. Second word, donkey. Third word, walkers. They have to say that over, and we don't know if one walkers of them.
Join one.
Them walkers from Malay. She want for them, but she can't tell them for herself. So she write that up on the board and we have to call it up. Them walkers stay up there and they realize it's not happening, but we are the children. So I think people used to name things all right to interfere with people. But the normal thing, I guess, is that I don't know why the culture of naming animals come from. But
you have
something that has been with us and it's still there. It's still there.
My partner tell me you have certain names as dog names. Like Fido and Brutus and
Rover.
That is dog name. But what you call your dog? John and Philip. Nah, man. You have something in that?
I call mine after nuts and spices.
Yeah.
Nutmeg and almond.
That's your dog?
Yeah. And I had Jetta.
You see, nothing what you do with animal will surprise me. If your father used to do this kind of thing.
And then watch that, it skip a generation too, because Nala was.
Doc, you were saying something, bro?
Yeah.
No, I believe that basically people name animals because they believe that the animal has certain characteristics. or you want the animal to showcase certain characteristics. So I don't know, Godfrey mentioned about people naming animals because they wanted to tease, but I believe particularly like the ruminants, like the goat and the sheep. So people would call them, to me, with this sense of love, with endearment, because that is how you feed. And with the dogs, you're hoping that the dogs would be bad. So when you call a dog like Brutus, just in some of that name, you want that dog to bite people. You don't want people to come in and those kind. Well, I really don't know about naming dogs like John and Philip.
I don't believe they don't name dog John.
By people that name dog all kind of things.
John.
I like people that name dog. Man, listen, when we start to take Facebook comments, you'll see.
John, I need to take it now,
names of persons. I know you give dogs certain characteristics because you expect the dog to live up to a kind of particular expectation. So you want the dog to be bad, so you call the dog a particular name. You just really like the dog looking wrong and rosy, so you might call the dog to describe the look of the dog. But I find you name the dog or animals mainly because of a sense of endearment rather than chewing words.
Yeah, it looks as a program.
Well, that is original dog name, Lassie and like I tell you, Fido and so. But when you move outside of that,
it has some names. While we might give dogs human names, I know of humans that get dog name, Yeah, a man is called Pendeu. And when Pendeu tell me the story of how he get the name Pendeu, Pendeu was a big dog in the neighborhood, and Pendeu now was a hot dog. All female getting serviced in that area, right? So he got that name after the dog, Pendeu. So let's go both ways.
Anyway, let's take the Facebook comments and we're gonna take the break and come back. We're taking the comments first.
When it comes to when Facebook, let's get to that. I was on the YouTube because we don't want to forget our YouTube viewers.
Right, yes indeed.
So we have everybody saying good night here. Butty, Judy, Cynthia, Sabi. We have Jocelyn in the house. Zavid Seals, he's active tonight again. Trini Spice, Yulin Alexander, Cynthia B. She's saying all animals had names. Coslin is saying, who can't hear go feel. I guess that is to do with
sheep.
Scholars comment about his sheep and the airs being taken off. Coslin is also saying a week laughing at the man the sheep triangle. Onesto is saying good night. GRLS or 3 versus 1. Hope you all had a great week, and once again it's nice to be back off the net. Although I had to listen for a couple of Fridays, it was interesting to hear other person's views and to take in part in the show, giving their 2 cents. Cynthia is saying Sheila was a favorite name. Rachel Henry saying yes, we had a goat that was named Stella. That sounds like confusion. Coslin Hosten said some animals look like people, some people look like their vehicles, personality or character. Coslin contributing Fluffy, that was another name. Blackie and Brownie. Honesto is saying, as it is said, dog is man's best friend. Naming a dog will fit the character of the owner. Now moving to the We Culture page, we have Jamie saying good night. Top Cat, the artist, is saying, I name my mountain dog the same name of the land location. And Mabel is saying, night night panel, happy to see Scholar and Reece feeling much better. Doc and Godfrey continues to stay well and safe. And that's it for the social media comments for now.
Did you take YouTube? Did you check with the YouTube? To see if we
I just read the YouTube.
Oh, that was YouTube. All right. Somebody on the WhatsApp platform is saying, my aunt had 3 dogs. One name was Hitler, the other one was Saddam, and the other one was Osama.
Lord.
They want the dog to bad, according to dog.
Dogs.
Dog dogs.
Yeah.
Someone else said. Someone else said, "Good night, everyone." Godfrey, our dog was named Trust No Friend. That was Bacchanal.
Yeah. So how they calling that dog? How they calling that dog?
Trust No Friend.
Call that dog so you can come home. Call it.
Hey, you have to ball it out?
Just no friend, come. Just no friend.
Just no friend. All right.
I guess
So,
I'll give you a trust. You come in.
let's take our first break, and when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about the real mining animals. So stay with us, folks. We'll be back with you in just a moment.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
You can now send a gift card to your loved ones locally or internationally thanks to the food fair. Here's how it works. Click the gift card icon or banner. Customize your gift card by choosing from different templates, dollar amount, and personalized messages. You can also upload your personal design. Select Add to Cart and complete transaction. Allow relatives and friends to pick up an item or items at the food fair for the dollar value. Gift card. It's that easy.
Unoli oil, extracted from the seeds of soybean for almost a century, is a well-known brand all over the world. It's affordable, contains no cholesterol, no trans fat, and healthy. Together, let's make tasty meals. Unoli soybean cooking oil, now available in all leading stores.
Local agents, James Stephen Distributors. Contact 444-5379.
Stay hydrated after an emergency or disaster. Store bottled or clean drinking water in tightly covered containers. Store at least 1 week's supply, 1 gallon or more a day per person. Do not drink tap water until you are told it is safe to do so. A message from the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council in collaboration with the Ministry of Health with support from the Pan American Health Organization.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Kindly greasy pole, and we don't dance strong, we may pole.
Welcome back, everyone. It's We Culture. We were just talking a little bit there about, some of the names that, we give to animals. And someone just said, guys, Livingston, very right. Animals by my side of family are named by character, by the character it presents. Like if it has a docile appearance, the name, you will get a name to suit. If it has a brisk appearance, then of course the name would go to suit. Someone is saying can't get over scholar. Triangle instead of strangle. Well, I know where you get the triangle thing. Triangle is a Shantimel thing, Doc. Definitely a Shantimel thing. Doc, you're still muted.
Yeah, I said that got to be a Shantimel freeze overboard.
Definitely. But you know, those of us who had sheep, when we used to have to go and of course tie out the sheep. But Doc, remember, we used to tie the sheep and we really tied on a tree or something. You used to have to make, what used to call that thing again?
Well, you know, as I said that I just had a mental block. No, not I know what you're talking about. You usually use the wood and you
you see how you call it?
Not a pole. Was not a pole.
But you see how you call that?
I don't know, it's something upon in the ground.
Where Finley go?
Finley go. Finley come back just now. But look, don't forget that now.
That you pick it, boy.
You pick it.
Right.
No, why you make you pick it?
The country tongue man remember something, you know.
Who that?
The country tongue man.
Remember something.
Oh, then we have to call Tansi for that.
I'll have to stop that. You know. I had a ship, you know. You know what happened to my ship? Book James that killed my ship, you know.
Book James that killed the ship?
Yeah, Book James killed the ship.
Remember that story now? He killed it in the house right next door.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Book James killed the ship. He just cut up the ship belly.
And Rasu and I went inside there.
Yeah, Book James. So I had my ship, and Book James killed it. But when you make your picket, of course you got a nice piece of wood and you make your point, and you pong it in the ground. Now when you have to change the ship now, you have to pull out the picket. But the problem is to be sometimes you pong the picket too deep, you can't pull it out. So you have to get a big stone now, and you have to pong it so and rock it before you can take it out. And when you come go with your ship, you pick it in your hand. So when you reach a good spot.
And the wood we used to use mostly was sip, because sip was easy to cut.
Wasn't cutlet?
No, cutlet was harder. But sip was something when you really want a strong one, you would get a guava or something like that.
Yeah, guava is a good picket.
Stronger. The guava also was stronger. But the sip was more available. Anyway, you go there was a sip.
Yeah, you just cut that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sip? Why is it we didn't sip and see that, boy? Glory Cedar. Wasn't Glory Cedar? What is the difference?
Yeah, no.
I cannot forget now.
See?
Now you forget what's the difference between Glory Cedar and sip.
Yeah, we know. We're not surprised. We know.
The sip would have this red, almost like berry. That's what it bear.
Yeah.
Broad leaves, right? And the sip wood was light. For matter of fact, I say the wood is used to make kitchen in the old time. This was sip light, but it don't take wood and so termites easily. But it's very, very light when it is dry. But it's easy to cut, and the tree grew up extremely fast. Glory Cedar now had the flower was much different. It was not the same thing as the sip.
Yeah.
Glory Cedar is trying to see how to describe.
No Glory Cedar.
Yeah. And when it's harder to get Glory Cedar to cook, you really get some hard wood to cook.
Yeah.
Unlike sip that also make a lot of ashes. But the sip was available. When anybody could have cut a sip because it's softer, easier to fashion.
Yeah.
So we used to make it.
You know, you had that tree. You used to have a kind of 3-prong kind of branch, and we used to use it to make mud trap.
Well, sip had the 3-prong.
Well, so it's right, sip. Yeah, right. So that's it. Finley, I was asking him about ways to use to when you go and tie out your sheep. When you get your piece of wood and you shape it up and thing and you have to stick it in the ground. What you call that?
You pick it?
Yeah. You pick it. And you're walking around when you pick it every time you have to change your sheep. You move it around when you pick it.
Yeah.
But Godfrey, you know how many times guys picket tie up in somebody else's land because you weren't picking up properly.
and
the sheep
get away.
You meant to in a stone and poking right and poking left to loosen it. But when the sheep and them make a run and they make a run in the next direction, picket say, here am I.
Yeah.
The sheep end up going to picket and you end up in somebody else's land or some other field. So in afternoon you come to look for your sheep or your goat. You have to go look for your sheep and then the picky day behind sometimes it destroys somebody peas through your can based on the way the sheep and them run. So that used to be confusion in the neighborhood. And a lot of little boys at that time, well, many little boys that used to go and do it at that time, they used to get a proper scolding, sometimes by the mouth or sometimes in the behind.
That is good reason to chop sheep.
Well, I was just about to say that, that is the kind of cause sheep to lose theirs.
Y'all, we can take some Facebook comments?
Yeah, sure, definitely. Yes, let's go with them.
Okay. All right, so we have Joanne Braffett is saying, Scholar dog was Sheila. Jacqueline is saying, yes, animal name was used to throw words or just calling a dog when a neighbor passing. Rambo was a common name when the movie came out. Natasha is saying, in Karakou, the dogs was named based on your relationship with your neighbors. So you and your neighbors not doing good, you would name your dog Trust No Friend. When you see the neighbor in the yard, you're calling your dog Trust No Friend. So Joanne is saying Picket, Dolores also say Picket, Valerie say Picket, or viewers know it.
Yeah, man.
Hannah is saying, good night, Hannah. Happy to have you. Jacqueline Smith, I know also that a lot of fellas grew rabbits but couldn't kill them. Tell Scholar where he living now was a famous ground for one neighbor eating the other yard full and ending up in the police station all the time. Hannah is also saying, it's Picket, you pound in the ground. You have to rock it, laughing out loud. Hannah is also saying he said Glory Sita. But we say Glory Sita, right?
Yeah, Glory Sita, yeah.
Right. Cynthia is saying we call it picket, just like picket fence. Ingrid, Glory Cedar, wood is very good for cooking. Hannah, in the evening when you bring them in, you will hide the picket somewhere for next day. And Oswin is saying good night, everyone, watching from New York, enjoying the program. I saw someone said something about metal picket, but oh no, I think that's on the YouTube. No.
Piece of iron. You get a piece of iron and you make a pick with that.
Yeah.
Someone on the WhatsApp platform is saying, once we had a pig whose name was Millie, and a lady had a dog who she named Come On Here. While Coffee used to make the best picket. Someone said Glory Cedar was to feed animals. Someone else is saying rearing animals was good and real fun. We had a lot of fowls. Our yard was big, and when we say keep, you could see you could not see any grass in the yard. Every child had a fowl. My own name was Prenge. When they killed that fowl, I bawled for the whole day. You know, Prenge became my name. Good night, Prenge. Hope you're having a good one. So that's it for the WhatsApp chat for the moment. All right.
Mine in fowl was a big one too. Was a big one. You had all kind of different fowl. Neck, freezers.
Yeah, freezer fall, yeah, man. Yeah, no, definitely.
And what you fed them with was things like coconut husk and but now we have
you know, after some time when Doc and them start to revolutionize the thing and start to get this kind of foul and them what making with battery. they relegate our good foul and start to call them yard foul.
Well, that changed too, you know. There's a call yard foul again, you know. They shot me.
In our days, those foul are foul.
Yeah.
But after this big fat thing and them come at 2 weeks and they're ready to go, they relegate them and start call them yard foul and man start to say yard foul.
But what's it right now? They even shortened that. So it's not yard fowl again, you know. Yadi.
Is what?
Yadi.
Yadi. Another yadi, you know that Jamaican?
Doc, hold on.
Hold on, Livingston, before you even go. These days, the honest truth is, in a lot of different communities, you struggle to see a yadi. And it's not because man thief in yadi, because yadi, yadi was in man's real thief. Yeah. It's not because man thief in yadi, but yadi start to expire.
Yeah.
Yadi.
Well, they're in abundance. Nobody bothers.
Yadi get old and dead.
As with yadi, as a matter of fact, I went to Tortola. I could never forget it. I went to Tortola a couple of years ago, and I was shocked at the amount of yard fowl you have in Tortola. Yard fowl walking all about it, a lot of chicken, yard fowl. And them people and them said nobody eats them.
Yeah?
Yeah, they said nobody don't eat them fowl in Tortola. I said, what?
They have to be joking. Why didn't sit down some long here?
By because he fall all in hotel.
You've got free land there.
But stew, let me tell you.
Well, even here, it's all a lot too. Nobody eats them.
Stew yard fowl is the only sweetest thing.
Because my friend cock shit from Guava might come down. So I can't say when.
I got it to Godfrey, you stew a cock.
Why you stew a cock when that's okay? What you mean?
But you know, guys, what I have the difference I'm noting here is that for me, children in my neighborhood, you had rabbit, you had goat, you had sheep, but usually the fowls were mainly reared by the adults, older persons. I don't know, Scholar, how you said, Godfrey, I don't know if you saw that different from how I see.
No, I agree.
So take care mainly of the chicken, but we had the rabbit, we had the goat, we had the sheep. And what we recognize, if you really pay attention to what we're saying there, it was a time of a sort of industrious kind of thinking that, but the wifey could finish that statement for me now when they say them idle hands are in the wifey ain't hear me at all.
Idle hands are what?
Idle hands are in the
island.
You muted, receive muted.
Receive mute, you mute.
In the devil's workshop, what?
Right, yes. So the thing is, that was a kind of governing ideology. Idlers are in the devil's workshop. So from the time you have children growing up, and if we talk about the real culture around the agriculture, the animals, once here you reach your 7 or 8, you start getting something, a sheep to go and tie up, a goat, later on a rabbit. You have to go and do something. You have to sweep the yard. So the fact that they was telling us idle hands are in the devil's workshop. So you can't have them children and them idle.
Yeah, you got something to do.
Them into something industrious. And that was the sort of prevailing ideology around for the family and I would say for the country around that time. In the 60s, 70s, growing up, everybody had to be involved in doing something to bring something to the table. Even if there's one chicken you're wearing a year, you have to go and collect some eggs or clean the breadfruit leaves from the yard. So that was the nature of our people during that time. That was the mindset.
Yeah, but
I just wanted to stick that in.
But what you notice now is that as time has moved on, we move away from that, and now people go in commercial with fowl and so on, thinking egg and those things. And I guess that's
layers and broilers.
Yeah, the yard fowl kind of mentality thing, it's sort of go off. But if you think about it carefully, you would realize that people have become much less self-sufficient. So now we depend on other people to grow the fowl and so on, but we grow our own fowl. Now they depend on fowl and but come out overseas. You don't even know where the hell he come out in box and
you know,
by and eat. But we grew our own fowl, and our fowls gave us egg.
That's right.
Every time you hear the old fowl crackle, you know where you have to go and look for egg because that was a sign.
But Skulls, there was a trick in that, to get the fowl to lay plenty. You can't, as long as I know the fowl used to know how much egg he laying.
Yes.
But once the fowl go back to lay, if the fowl realize, well, nah, that not the right among the eggs, the fowl continue to lay.
Yeah.
He continue to lay.
Yeah.
If it's not the right among the egg, what are you doing?
He continue to lay. He ain't stopping lay.
Until he got the right among.
Yeah. But you see that the people, yeah, they knew, so you go and you wouldn't take all. You live in at 2, but you take the rest. I mean, and you know.
Right.
And you know what I really miss? What I really miss sometimes, hearing the cock crowing or the donkey braying all the morning. I mean, like in the day.
You don't hear that where you are? I mean, we don't have donkey, but the cocks crow a lot here.
Seldom now, I don't know.
The difference with cock crowing now and before. Cock used to crow 4 day morning before. Now them cock have no respect you. They crowing anytime, you know.
Yeah, to me,
a cock would just pass in your yard and they just crow, you know. No respect, you know.
Yeah, to me, because there was a time I was on a call with Flo after 2 a.m. because I'm studying and I'm having internet problems. And I remember it was a Jamaican I was speaking to, and he stopped me and he's like, "Ma'am, wow, what did I just hear there? Did I just hear a cock crow?" And he was like, he forgot about me and my call, and he was just so amazed that he has not got that in years.
You see, that was a moonlight night. You see, that was that a moonlight night? Was that a moonlight night?
Yeah.
I don't recall. I don't recall.
You ever think we are with cock and moonlight? Want to start seeing lights?
No, some of them they get mistaken.
To me, like the cock does crow every half hour.
So cock doesn't sleep.
I hear them all the time. All the time.
I think it's supposed to be the first dawn of, I don't know if it's 4:30 or 5, but I think between 4:30 or 5, that's when they usually crow before.
You hear them on the clock, like 4 o'clock,
in the morning.
5 o'clock, yeah. But even between that time, you hear them too.
Livingston, what Reece is trying to tell you is that them foul and them get modernized.
Yeah. Them foul, they operating Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi foul.
It's kind of one little crew.
Anyway they pick up a Wi-Fi, they grow.
They grow, yeah. And it's not to say a lot of women making children these days, otherwise you could have put it at that you maybe have people around by you see you're pregnant or so, because that's one of the reasons why Paulus could. Yeah, that is when campus out during the day.
When you're making children?
Yeah.
Doc, you know what I want?
I didn't know about
I think I remember that one.
Yeah, bye.
Maybe they're in Shantimel.
Why once a cock crowing in the day?
Somebody very big?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm just, we're coming back to what we're talking about, but just as I said, I have never had so many persons cussing me and cussing the whole team, particularly Godfrey, you and I, for not knowing
that breadfoot was cold.
Breadfoot was cold.
Yeah, again too.
Left and right.
Yeah.
I got it.
And it's like, I say, what?
And they're vexing.
Yes.
Because we come out in Tivoli, because we supposed to know breadfoot is cold. Well, let's go.
I heard breadfoot was cattle too. I never heard of it.
You see, I think the Facebook comments.
Cattle changing people saying cows, cattle.
I know, right?
Yeah, the Facebook comments. Let's see what's on Facebook.
Let's go back again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Let's see. We have Coslin is saying that Scholar have me cracking up. Valerie Williams, yes, Godfrey, I remember chewing coconut and feed our yard fowls. Jacqueline is saying, do you remember Malik's stomach for rabbits and giving the animals young bamboo shoots when they make young ones? Costin saying the best tasting fowl is the neighbor's yard fowl. Stew with papa on a Sunday. Wow.
The neighbor. The neighbor.
And I said, I have some yardie in my yard. Don't know where they come from, but they keep multiplying. Same here, Hannah. Cynthia said, oh yes, Tortola was once home to us. Teddy Christopher, in the night, guys, greasing a stick and shove it up on the branch, and as the fall move, it slides straight in a bag. There's a technique to catch fowl. Hannah is also saying so much cats and yard fowl. It's like an orphanage. Who want, ready to give away. She's offering cats and yard fowls. Ingrid Bond is saying stew yard fowl with coconut milk is very yummy, yummy. Jacqueline, you used to watch man the place, the yard fowl take all the eggs and leave one for it to continue laying. Animals were also gifts from our godparents, your nenen or your parent. Hannah is saying no people afraid to eat yard fowl eggs. With me, that can't go down. Teddy said yes, giving children responsibility at an early age. Ernesto, my first animal was a goat, which I took almost everywhere. I go one evening, I found it strangled. I went and threw it in the deeper part of the sea. After an hour, there was an old man who saw us when we passed through the dead goat, went and, a lot of his mercy, went and get it, skin it, and went in the village selling my dead goat, even passed by me asking if I want to buy goat. So I said to him, you are selling me my dead goat? He never answered and continued to sell. A lot of his mercy. Oh, that's the only insult is. Kathleen saying, man, I placed enough of the neighbors' fowls in fine bag. We used to wait until they go up in a tree in the night, then grab them. We used to chase them down for fun until they get tired. Hannah said, oh, that's so good night, long time. Kathleen, true, you had to leave back 2 eggs. Rachel is saying, back in the days, yard fowl used to make good pot on Carnival Sunday night. That's Cambole. Ernesto is saying, hi, Hannah. Okay, no, good night. Okay, fine. Valerie, Tony Campbell, good night. Rachel Henry, yes, cock crowing any time of the day. No, it's true. They're crowing any time. Teddy Christopher, invasion time, curfew. My father and I had walked over the lake in River Antwine to get goat feeding from River Sally. At that time, we couldn't drive our vehicle. Valerie said, no, it's not Wi-Fi, it's 5G. They all had us cock and them crowing like that. Causing them cock and them modernize too much electricity. They don't know when it's sunrise or just street light. She has a point, and that's what affecting the turtles and them in Livera too. Maria is saying yard fowl was the best. Now the quick raised chicken has no good taste. We need to go back to basics. O'Neill, in those days, the weekend was the only time you will eat chicken, and it will come from your yard. Let's see, Jose is saying, I called my brother in Grenada and I heard 2 roosters crowing in the middle of the day. In my day, I would have been in a pot. Oh, sorry, it would have been a pot. Let's see. O'Neill is saying persons will mark their fowl by cutting its toe. True. And they used to put strings around them, and sometimes the fowls used to grow so big that the strings would cut their feet. Jacqueline is saying, when you see a snake, they say you're pregnant. Yeah.
So right. Someone said yardie and green peas or the special delicacy. Someone says Godfrey, even yardies eating artificial food these days. You know, interestingly, today, during the World Food Day celebration, a gentleman from Caribbean Agro was talking about the different types of feed. So you know you have the grower, broiler, finisher, or whatever. And there was something that he said that really got my attention. He said if you do not give the fowl finisher, the meat don't taste the same. You get a different texture and a different taste. Now you can end the cycle on grower. But if the fowl don't get the finisher, the meat texture is different and it doesn't taste the same. In fact, scholar we partner Shadow was explaining that to one of the guys on the ministry.
Shadow know your business.
Yes.
And this is why. This is why that I would agree with anyone who says, let's go back to yard fall, because yard fall don't have this kind of thing, this kind of this cannot finish and have this kind of thing.
You know what, Dad? I remember
time a yard fall meet regardless. You know Godfrey, they saw something like a scratch grain.
Well, don't I come in and tell you we used to go and buy scratch grain.
Scratch grain.
Yes. It's true.
I used to buy scratch grain. In fact, they used to sell scratch grain in the paper bag. So you gotta buy a pound of scratch grain, 5 pounds of scratch grain.
Yes, I remember that.
Scratch grain was yard fall finish,
yeah. But yard fall was it's stone and grass and thing too.
Yes, I mean.
Yes.
Doc, why them yard fall in stone?
Well, when you go into the cry, you have to grind up all the food.
What?
You're
on your straps, man.
Why they eating grass?
When the grass is medication.
Medicine.
Let to give them one shout.
But you know, somebody mentioned earlier on about bamboo shoot. But the bamboo shoot was just to feed now. Bamboo shoot was like Viagra.
They were talking about that in the context of the rabbits when they had young ones.
No, they when the rabbit and them need Viagra. Yes, so they say give the dog pepper to make the dog bad. The bamboo shoot was to get the rabbit and them a little bit more active. Basically, it was the main use for the bamboo. People used to just feed the animals with bamboo shoot, but to get them a little bit more active. But you know, there was a whole thing around yard fall, because on special night, carnival night, Bakambule, when West Indies cricket test match, people decide to wait up later on a radio. The main meal was green peas and yard fall.
Yeah.
And usually those young guys, 20s and teenagers, they would go out and rob somebody yard fall.
No. Let's get it right. They wouldn't rob. They were thief. That's right.
Usually those falls are them sleeping on some
cocoa tree and thing. You know much yard fall in Tini on the thief already?
Yes, and if they get a chance, they invited you to eat it with them.
They used to bring food for Tini.
There's a question
I could tell fellas where them thief fall is cooking, but we will leave that. We go leave that there.
The question on YouTube. The question is,
there was a whole thing around yard fall and the socialization and people growing up. And so yard fall was the easiest and the main thing to cook. And if people's reputation was built to break on who thieving or who eating thief fall, boy, a lot of us would have get some extra around our name. Because so many persons participated in
But Doc, you eat out I feel you eat out of thief fall already,
how can I not eat some thief yard fall?
I remember, you remember a fellow called Palifi? You must have Palifi.
I remember Palifi, but I remember people like Tom and them.
Boyagi and them.
My cousin.
Yeah.
Hanging out with them, you must eat some fall.
And let me tell you, they used to come, when they come, Auntie, Auntie, I eat it on fall. But guys, hold on. Let's take with last break. Let's take with...
There's a question. There's a question. Yeah, there's a question on the YouTube. They're asking, Mabel is asking, is it true that faulty feed the fowl with rum-soaked corn?
We're gonna take that after the break, by
Let's go to the break and we're gonna come back. Stay with us, folks. Don't go anywhere. We're back in a moment.
You can now send a gift card to your loved ones locally or internationally thanks to the food fair. Here's how it works. Click the gift card icon or banner. Customize your gift card by choosing from different templates, dollar amount, and personalized messages. You can also upload your personal design. Select Add to Cart and complete transaction. Allow relatives and friends to pick up an item or items at the food fair for the dollar value. Gift card. It's that easy.
World Food Day 2021. The virtual event showcases our food heroes, modern technologies in agriculture,
Unoli oil, extracted from the seeds of soybean for almost a century, is a well-known brand all over the world. It's affordable, contains no cholesterol, no trans fat, and healthy. Together, let's make tasty meals. Unoli soybean cooking oil, now available in all leading stores.
Local agents, James Stephen Distributors. Contact 444-5379.
The croton scale insect, a new threat to our agricultural production, is now creating major damage to several plants. Mango, soursop, plums, guava, avocado, and crotons are among the main ones affected. Excessive sooty mold, black blight, is associated with this pest. Take action now. Cut and burn infested fruits and shoots. Do not move infested materials to other areas. Treat with horticultural oils and recommended insecticides. Request assistance from the Ministry of Agriculture. Follow all safety protocols when burning trash or applying pesticides. A message from the Ministry of Agriculture.
And Valley Pharmacy offers both wholesale and retail pharmaceutical and over-the-counter products. We have the most competitive and affordable prices. We are the agents for Vit Plus multivitamin for healthy everyday lifestyle and Sonatogen powder. Hills and Valley Pharmacy supplies the best quality, name brand clinical products such as Rescue Oil, Bio Oil, Neutrogena, Aveeno, and Clarisil. We offer the most convenient opening hours. Our telephone numbers are 435-6904 or 6903. Remember, at Hills and Valley Pharmacy, your health is our business. We care.
Now open, Hills and Valley Medicare Center, your one-stop for medical supplies, massage therapy, physiotherapy, and an in-house physician. At Hills and Valley, your health is our business.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment as you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest. Visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Kindly greasy pole, and we don't dance round the maypole.
Welcome back. It's Week Culture, folks, and well, the conversation kind of turned on the yardie because I never realized there was so much thing about yard for to talk about, you know. But Scott, I have a question for you, boy. You ever hear about something they call poo-pool?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
What is poo-pool?
Poo-pool is what you store that on the yard for, especially when they're sitting. They click up this and them.
And you can't see them, you know? Poo-pool ever take you, boy?
What else do you? And poo-pool is, when poo-pool moving is a lot, you know.
A million poo-pool. You can't come poo-pool.
Yeah.
Hey.
I already know where poo-pool come out by, in June.
But I don't know, but let me tell you, I remember
how poo-pool banned by, where poo-pool come out.
I have no idea.
Associated with foul.
Yeah.
Especially when people sitting.
Maybe is it the feather?
But if you say caca-pool, maybe that is where pool come out?
No, man. No.
What is caca-pool?
Caca-pool is foul mess?
Right, so maybe the gathering of that.
Foul and caca is mess. So
right.
Pool had to do it foul or something.
Well, yeah, but maybe it come out from, it developed from the caca.
No, man, the pool will be on the foul.
I understand that.
But how we develop from the caca?
But usually people lay, anybody follow them lay in Godfrey or so, you have this pile, right? I don't know, folks, I don't know, I'm just using my wild imagination here. And maybe the bacteria, whatever is there, ferment and they develop into these small, strange beasts that follow the forest where we go.
You better let Shadow and them call and see what that thing is.
Somebody say, boy, pray that people and take you in a foulness, Godfrey. Because I remember Doc in a home. Yeah, that fella, I know where he go the night, but morning he going home. Well, you know where he sleep and he going up the road. When he passing, and he reach, he going up on that speed. He say, "Oh gosh, tanti, poo, tanti, poo." I don't know where he get the poo. But usually, when you get poo, you have to go and bathe. Otherwise, you can't get rid of it because you can't see the poo. You just only feel poo.
Feel it all over you.
Yeah, definitely. Someone ask. Ever see a fowl go after a roach? Growing up, when I cleaning and I sweep a roach, that fowl just pick up that.
Yeah, but that is okay.
Well, you had to put before you cook it anyway. Yeah, what's the question again?
The rum soak on.
You see, that question is for foul teeth.
Well, I want to tell you, let us let the foul teeth and them answer.
Doc, there we go.
Doc. So we need to go to the line there.
Doc, there we go.
You want to answer the question?
Doc, there we go. Doc, there we go. Doc, I don't feel, Manu, I feel Doc ever teeth are foul. But what I know.
Finley, with your Godfrey, hold on. Finley, you never eat in stolen fowl meat yet.
But that is different from teeth in a fowl.
Hold on.
Finley Scholar Jeffrey King.
Yeah.
You never did a cook and them want them teeth fowl and them eat yet.
Nah.
You never eat fowl meat yet. Yard fowl yet.
You never eat yard fowl, Scholar?
Okay,
Scholar. Hold. Scholar, you never eat yard fowl? What? Let me tell you, what? Me and you is real partner, and I mean we don't say. Hold on. Let me deal with it. No, I don't do this, Scholar. I don't do this, Scholar. Look, you be a real partner. And we don't collaborate on a lot of things. But is this yard for thing there? You come last week, you lie. You can't lie.
I'm not going to implicate myself with that.
Is it default?
About if I ever eat a stolen. Yeah,
default. A stolen something serious, eh? Alright. Let me ask you, Scholar. You ever eat default?
Of course.
You default. But stolen, I agree, stolen some real.
Not stolen.
Anyway, guys, listen. We need to go to the telephone.
Reece,
yes, and we have a lot of Facebook comments.
And we need to go to the telephone.
Why asking, understand?
You know, I said they used to have the can, they soak it in rum. And usually they used to have like a hook, not a kabuya. So when they fall on them eat that can soak in rum, they used to get bars with it.
Well, you just gonna pick up the fall?
And then you just pull it?
Yeah, you don't have to get kabuya.
No, you just pick it up before you get drunk?
They just gonna pick it up, yeah. Anyway, let's move on.
Right, just before we go to the phone line, you that fella, Livingston, remember when Renge had the balcony by where the bakery is now?
Yes.
You know there is a gamble under Renge balcony. There is a gamble. Let me say play the gamble, play the card and thing, and they drinking the rum and thing. Now you had a famous fella in Tivoli. He got a real thief fowl. But the thing with him, when he thieved the fowl, he used to kill the fowl. He used to take out all the foul clothes. And he walking around with the foul. So one day, they're under the balcony, they drinking and thing, and he had the foul in a fine bag. But the foul my day and the foul twist, the fine bag open. And this foul without no clothes jump out of the bag. So a naked foul running around the place. And when they ask, well, who that for? The man who watched the foul, he say, will that come out? And he pick it up. Now that's the same man that fly from one coconut tree to the other in bamboo. Anyway, let's go to the telephone. We culture, good evening.
I'm lying, but they say if you are patient, you see in Anne's belly. Good night. I don't taking phone call at all on your Facebook. Hey, you think it's no phone ringing? Anyway,
we're going straight.
Let me ask Livingston. When fall crowing day, what happened? When fall crowing day, they say young girl belly big. And Stella have a lot of foul in the area. Yesterday I started up in the veranda and I checked 12 cock, you know. Big, nice cock, you know. You see they getting them old can and them to it? And real foul. Sometimes when you get too plenty, I call them children in the cocoa. I say, I come and hold foul. No stone pelting. Run and hold the foul. I don't want no stone pelting in my place. But some of them, they get greedy. When they come, they want one for themselves. Everybody want a whole one for themselves. They get greedy now. So you have plenty. Don't do this man and pick up how much egg. I eating me egg, I eating me fall. Me alone why eating the fall. Them children saying they don't want yardie. They don't want egg. I eating me egg, I eating me fall. Let me tell you about me dog now. I had a dog, I call it Hot Wings. A little brown dog. The reason why I call it Hot Wings now, a little maga dog, and then it just come out with the Hot Wings in KFC. So when I watch the dog and I watch the color of the Hot Wings, I say, yes, there is Hot Wings in truth. But as you pass and they see me Hot Wings, the food, the damage, and they go with me dog, they never bring back me dog, give me, you know. Every day I just remember Hot Wings when SU van passing. And a ship, I call the ship Michelle. Michelle was a faithful ship. Michelle might give me about 30 ship, you know. One more a ship. The first time he drop, he make 4. The second drop, he make 4. Third drop 4. The other time he make 5. When he make the 5, what? Yes, he makes 5. 3 female and 2 ram. When he make the 5, where do you think I sleep? I sleep below the house in my ship, you know. Because me and one dog take me ship. I bar wrong below the house in galvanized and I put a whole piece of sponge below it. And the ship there on the side so and I lie down right there with me flashlight until daylight with me ship because I don't want no dog come behind me 5 young ship there. And I mind me 5, the whole 5 sheep live, you know. One in dead, 5 nice healthy sheep. That was a day. I had the pity of them sheep there still. So I see people now saying they don't eat in yard full, but I the best meat. Real meat. When I cook me yard, sometimes I cook too. Sometimes my partner, Charlton, what does come and help me eat me fall over my nephew, Banji, what does help me eat a piece of fall. Them children that want fall, they're too happy. All they want is your chicken wings and them in the shop there. They don't want this nice yard fall on them. I watch me, I don't feather in fall, you know, I skin it. Because it's less time. When you want to feather fall, you want to hot water, put water to boil, dip it in water and skin. I take a knife, I cut the 2 leg, and yow, I just tear that and I skin that. And I cut off my yardie, season up that. Food time, man. Anyway, like good conversation, and I will take the phone call. A lot of people calling, and everybody good night. Pastor King and Sister King, call me. Let me tell you about Karim. Good night.
Alright,
what Susan beating up in the background there, so?
Scholar.
We have a yard prepared.
Susan says she have about 12 in the yard, you know. Let's go back to the telephone. We culture, good evening. Hello?
Yeah, well, I want to tell you about a fault.
Yeah, go ahead.
You have a man in the opposite area. But he's keeping everybody full. Man, you have a time when it come, anytime you hear the fall hear the man mouth, if you see all of them fall up the hill they're running away from him.
All right, okay. They know the man's voice. Once they hear his voice, all fall taking push. Scholar, man say he feels somebody make you up in a garage and you right now you need fixing. Because you say you never hit stone fall. He said,
the problem with me is the word stolen out of life.
I get you. Let's go back to the telephone. We culture, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Livingston. Yeah, I've been listening to your program for quite a while, for Solid Yard Fall. And you said that the name of they have changed it from Yard Fall to Yardie. But you know that we have changed it again from Yardie to Flylow.
That's a new name, Flylow?
Yeah, Flylow. That's a long one. You know that. Unless you can remember that.
All right.
You can't fly high.
That's true.
So we must get them.
Okay.
Put you on two coconut and some dumpling and, back in the days, it was nice.
Yes, indeed. All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, man. So you had fall have another name, Flylow.
Between me and you, I still like you had fall fly high.
Oh, high. By fall can fly high. Fall us get tired quick.
Well, I don't think he had fall fly special for us. He had fall fly high.
Well, let me tell you something. When you chase yard fallers breathe heavy. What's your yard fall breathe heavy?
Yeah.
Well, yard fallers breathe heavy. You chase them.
Yard fallers born easy.
They don't stop with that. They don't stop with that.
Born easy.
We culture, good evening. Hello. Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, caller, listen, turn down your radio or your TV and listen to me on your telephone.
It's already on. Yeah. I was saying to you, do you know how to get rid of pupul?
You gotta go and bed.
No, man.
How?
To get rid of pupul from the fall nest. Normally pupul has been fall that's sitting on the eggs. And you tie a string from the nest onto a tree or somewhere where you want, and all the people live in the nest and go along.
I remember that.
You tie like a thread.
All right, thank you.
How was it Godfrey? I didn't get up.
Yeah, he said, and actually, as he said, I remembered it. You would tie a string from the fowl nest to a tree somewhere, and all the people would walk and go. I remember that. Definitely. Let's go back to the telephone. We culture, good evening.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good evening.
We culture?
Yes.
Okay, Scholar, I want to ask you, when the man chop out your sheep eggs, what do they do with the sheep?
What's the question?
When the man chop out the sheep eggs, when you can tie the sheep in the people yard and chop out the eggs, what do you happen to your sheep now? What do you do with it? They live or you bury them?
The sheep, the eggs, we bury it.
Oh, okay. And pupul.
Could I make salsa?
Could I make a egg soup?
A salsa.
Pupul come out from the dirt. You know the dirt with the fall in. Pupul come from the dirt. Okay, good night.
All right, thank you very much. Reece, let's take some Facebook comments and then we can go back to the telephone.
Oh yes, let's do that. We have quite a bit. We have Bernard John. All praise be to Allah. It had a man they called Dawson. He had a big ram sheep. Them boys thief the man ram. They cook it and they give him the first plate of food. And then they eat the next day. When the man looking for you ram, he can't find it. He said he go into the Ovia man. Them boys say you eat it too, Dawson. Dawson hold his head and ball. Then you have Joel Sharp is saying because the dog might be as miserable as the neighbor. I don't remember what that comment is in relation to.
Name me the dog.
Oh, right. Teddy Christopher, you used to see Yadi juking dead crop.
Aldrin Duff. You used to use that powder
to get the food before and after cooking. Remember when we on a Friday night we will cook fall waters And what was interesting, we will wait until they fall asleep on the orange tree, and we will put the palm of our hands next to the tree and we'll bounce the tree so it will off balance and end up on your hand while you grab them in the neck so they can't make noise. Jocelyn, well, foul thief used to walk around crowing. Remember the man on the garbage truck? Teddy Christopher, Godfrey in the boggy lower down by Livingston, the yard fowl used to go. Jocelyn, again, as a child, I used to bathe my yard fowl and take it for a walk. Hannah is saying my grandfather could have stewed yard fowl real good. When you're here, he cooked that with some rice and peas. He waiting for his wife to come home to look at the pot before he can share the food while man belly hungry. Jose is saying for the panel, what is the best part of the yardie you enjoy in soup or stew? Now that question is for the three of you ladies, not me, because I never eat that. Hannah Plenty saying, bathing, I know about walking them. Hannah, the drumstick, but boy, that bone was hard. You can't crack it now. Jocelyn, pupul all in your head. Hannah, the finest man that calls the pupul. Pupul is foul lice. That is from Maria. Ingrid, pupul is when the yard fowl need a bath, then they get pupul. Jocelyn, yard fowl used to beat dog, real bad. Joel, it's called a picket. Okay. Jose is saying there was a procedure that owners used to do in the morning to put that fowl to know if the fowl had egg and will leave them in the cage to lay that egg. And he wants to know if anybody knows what that procedure is.
Yeah, man.
Hannah is saying that Scholar lie. I think that's when Scholar said that he never ate yard fowl. Right? He never thief yard fowl. Oh no, he never ate yard fowl that was stolen. That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, Scholar, you lie. Hannah, I'm just saying, don't forget the callers, Godfrey. Okay, we got past that. Jose, who knows that was right? Nigel John, y'all never was sleeping at night and poo all over your body. Then we have Teddy Christopher is saying, ask Jayuth Richards on Facebook about foul teeth. I have a feeling that's what Jayuth did. Jocelyn, we used to tie a rope in a circle and put rice inside it. When them fall go inside it, we just pull the rope and meet. Joel is saying, good night, folks. Watching from New York. Love the program. I grew up doing exactly what this is all about. Maria is saying, Susan, you're right. Eat your stuff. Laughing out loud. Nigel John, yard fall, good for the back. Everything always good for the back. What's good for the front?
Yard fall, good for the back.
Whatever. Teddy Christopher said, when you have all that sheep, you have to say sheeps. Jacqueline is saying, enjoy the program as usual. Jocelyn is saying, yard fall, what has anybody ever had it? Maria said, Bernard, the last time I ate yard fall was 1974. Geez, that's 40-something years. Then we have Joel is saying, when you have to eat a fowl on Sunday, Saturday you have to catch it, so you have to run it down till it gets tired. Nigel, and that's the last one on Facebook, where I see the most yard fall recently here in Grenada is on the Carnage after Spice Isle Medical Center. A lady have plenty yard fall there. I was so surprised to see more flows in town than country, or more fowls in town than country. And Paula said, yes, Jayuth Richard take win for yard fowl thief. And let me just go across to the YouTube. We have Mabel is saying, I remember my parents saying that they took the time to wake up the crowing of the cock. Wake up by the crowing of the cock. And Cami George is saying, yes, poo-poo. When you go on the house to pick up eggs, when you come out, you had to run and bathe. And guys, that's it for the YouTube and Facebook for now.
Someone says there is a bush called pupul bush, which you put around the fowl nest to get rid of the pupul. Well, I didn't know about the pupul bush.
Godfrey, I think I was there ask a question. What was the procedure to see the fowl go lay?
To see the fowl go lay? Yeah, well,
there was a procedure that you employed. You see the fowl, if you have any egg, if the fowl will lay.
But you have to hold the fowl and squeeze the fowl by bam sit down there, under by belly, and you fill in the egg, you know.
You have to blow by.
Blow it.
Really? Blow what?
See, you know what I mean?
Blow. But you have to squeeze it. If you squeeze it for a belly, you feel in the egg.
But you have to blow, boy.
What would you discover, scholar?
The foul spray after that.
What would you blow? What would you blow? What you looking for? If he, what would you blow?
What you looking for? All I know you have to blow. You never watch Chinese movie yet. With them Chinese foul. And when you buy them, they buy the flour, they take the bag and they blow. That is to see if your egg, you know, you used to buy it, your egg, you don't buy it. Yeah, you have to blow the bag.
I know you see, I see men hold fall and squeeze out egg from the belly already. Yeah.
I feel like.
By Doc, let me tell you. On the cooperative. On the cooperative, I'm telling you, that I don't lie on the cooperative. Doc, you know what I'm talking about? Up on the cooperative.
Right.
No. Don't you know. What? But I'm telling you, I know, I used to be up there. You're certain man, the man was skilled in that. When you see the thing and they together and the thing fall, you hold the fall, certain way you hold it and under my belly when you squeeze out the egg, yeah? Yeah. No, I'm telling you true, man. That is up on the cooperative, I'm telling you. That is serious thing. Serious thing. Why that don't tell me how to stop that. That you want to stop it. I know. I see it for myself. I call to them people, I see it in my own mouth.
Yeah. So hard is like your yard called stew in soup.
But you had fall nice anyhow. And you chew it, waters, curry, anyhow.
Yeah. Okay.
Barbecue.
You could do all that. You ever fry your fowl? If you fry your fowl, fry your fowl. Or even you get fry your fowl. All your oil finishing, you know. All will finish. Let's go back. Hold on. Let's go back to the telephone. We call you. Good evening. Hello. Yes, good evening. Go ahead, please.
Hello?
Yes, we're hearing you.
Yes. What I used to do when you know if we fall on the lay, you used to push the finger in the bottom and you feel the egg.
Okay.
And to get rid of purple now, you use salt of leaf. You put salt of leaf in the cage.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you, yes indeed. Someone says, Godfrey, people say, people used to push their finger up in the fall to see if it want to lay. So, yeah, that song was ever. Did someone also ask what was the best part of the yard fowl? Somebody asked what was the best part of the yard fowl, you see?
Yeah.
Best part, yeah.
Doc, what is your favorite part of the yard fowl?
I don't know, I really never had a favorite part in yard fowl. I just know I eat in yard fowl, but I used to do it.
I know Godfrey like when he bounce, see it.
Boy, let me tell you, the fall gizzard, boy.
Yeah, that was nice.
The gizzard.
I know children also fight for the food.
Are you eating yard fowl food?
Somebody made that comment. Chicken feet soup.
It's hard, but you're fighting up with it. Are you eating any yard fowl or anything else?
Yeah.
Someone says, Godfrey, when you hear plans were made for that fowl and you make a stupid move and it get away, partner, you cut backside ripe. if you don't hold the fowl, because that fowl cook Sunday. So if the fowl get away, you're in problems.
You know when that usually happens, Godfrey? People decide they're chasing a fowl, and sometimes that fowl just make a kind of hide. in some thicket, in some bush.
And you can't go there.
And people searching, and they can't hold that fall. I know you have time 3 men just around running behind some fall, and that fall end up in a place. And how we search,
you can't find it
in bush and we can't find that fall. So sometimes that's the only way I know you could get away, because you know when my young you're running it down, you must hold it.
But some of them is to take height, boy. When they can't take it again.
But then when you're running, you must meet it. But you used to wait some thick bush.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's go back to the telephone. We culture, good evening.
Godfrey, you make me force to call back. Godfrey, when I fall late, Godfrey, I sit down wait and I fall too late already, eh? When the fall late, when the egg come out in the bam, the egg soft. Why you could squeeze all the egg in the fall bam? When the fall late, and
oh my God,
the fall day,
Godfrey,
and the fall day, the egg soft, you know, it shall not get in hard yet. The wind have to blow it try to get hard. So that is impossible for you to squeeze all the egg in the fall bam. First time I hear that. And I sit down in the veranda yesterday, I hear packs, 2 sets egg bus, you know. I have to run with.
Alright, Susan. No, but I tell all you, no. After the program, I will tell all you. No, you have to have skills. Let me tell you. You have to have skills. You have to know how to handle the thing. I tell you have to have skills. You can't just go and do anything just so. So they are joking.
Without taking full bamba.
Yes. But I tell you. Anyway, let's go back to the telephone. We culture, good evening. Hello.
Yeah, Godfrey and company. Good night. I have a backup, because from the time all you go with this mango there, I hear all the talk about the tonjuli, and I never knew that was a mango, But I never knew all you knew that, because when we were growing up, we had a tonjuli. So when you come to the breadfruit now, all they talk about some breadfruit skin, rough more than that. That is pica breadfruit. I'll never hear about pica breadfruit. I'll come, I don't know, cow. We used to call that poemba too, the breadfruit. And then the coconut. Cooper, yes, you must be able to make Cooper. And tonight is the culture. And what's about the history? Agriculture, in culture. But with history, this time of the year, 38 years ago, Maurice Bishop on the halt arrest. So all you have to say, when the time comes, otherwise we forget your history, man. Come, history and culture come together. Have a good night.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, caller. All right, let's go back to the telephone. We culture, good evening. Hello.
Yes, the best thing for
caller, just turn down your volume. We're getting an extremely loud feedback, and listen to us on the telephone.
The best thing for fall lice is lemongrass. You put lemongrass right ready for the fall sitting, and you're getting rid of all the fall lice. Lemongrass. Okay then.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So lemongrass for poo-poo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
But how you use it?
You put it near to. You put it close to the nest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's go back again. We culture. Good evening.
Godfrey said a pinch of salt too.
Hello. Yes. Good evening.
Good night, Godfrey.
Hey.
I want you to ask how they call it about the goat meat and the sheep meat.
The goat meat and the sheep meat?
Yeah. How come goat meat more expensive than sheep meat?
Up here is $10 a pound.
You tell you goat meat, the fella is selling me goat meat more expensive than the sheep meat.
Well, I don't know the reason why. I feel maybe because
you're asking that.
Yeah, I feel because goat are beard. Alright, thank you. He want to know why goat meat more expensive than sheep. I feel because goat are beard and sheep don't have. What they find?
Well, price and so on is the regular demand and supply, but we have more sheep than goat.
Yeah, it's true.
if you don't have a lot of goat, then price go high. If a man have one goat, he could sell it. He could sell a pound for $20. If you one goat, you have, you could think. But as he said that, goat meat and sheep meat. One is mutton and one is goat. I don't get.
Both of them, they are mutton. Both of them, they are mutton.
Yeah.
Both is mutton.
Yeah.
Both as far as I know, both of them is meat. And I eating both of them.
No, mutton. No, they are called mutton.
Yeah.
People don't call goat meat mutton.
There's a goat meat, man.
It's mutton, both of them.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's go back to the telephone. We culture. Good evening. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Good evening.
Good night.
Good night, caller. Go ahead.
Yes. Before, when you have to hold a fowl, like the cock for Sunday morning, you have to run behind the fowl. Sometimes bottle cutting you, and if you don't hold the fowl, you're still getting some licks. So my hand was very straight. So I get in a block or a stone, and I just licking down the cock. So I didn't have to run again.
So you're knocking down the cock? Okay. You knocking the boss in the cock head. Boss the cock. Lick down the cock. Lick down the cock head. Alright, let me see what we have here. When people throw thing in your yard and you have frizzle fall, all the feathers just fall out. Man, I try quite get this one.
Doc, let me ask you a question. How much different kind of yard folding?
I don't know. I can't name them. I mean, I've seen that there are some differentiation, but I don't know.
You have freezer.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have clean neck, eh?
Yeah.
Why you?
Yeah, Rhode Island red boy.
We are Rhode Island, yes.
Rhode Island red?
Yeah, cock.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, the Rhode Island red is a cock.
That fancy full name, right?
Yeah, there's a. You know, you have some big cock, and that's what you call it on top of the cock head?
Comb.
The comb. So, them cock, when they have them big red comb, that's Rhode Island red.
Oh.
And they walking on the yard like the heavy. Right?
Like the heavy?
Yeah, Rhode Island red.
How they used to call them like a hen? That's some like a hen, like a sese.
No, bantan. Bantan? Bantan. Yeah, bantan.
That's like a wrong hen. It's bantan.
Yeah.
Yeah, bantan.
Yeah, a few of them. Yeah, a few well enough. He had a special fowl. Was a kind of grey and white. The feather is grey and white. I think he had a name for it, but I can't remember. I can't remember the name for it.
Yeah, I remember that grey and white in truth.
Yeah, that grey and white. Yeah, that grey and white kind of fowl. Let's try let's try the telephone again. We culture. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Meat of goat is called chevon. Chevon. Meat of sheep is mutton. And aldrin dust was used to get rid of poo-poo. Aldrin dust, it used to be bought at in an agricultural station or so. And that's what you used to get rid of poo-poo. Good night.
Thank you very much, indeed, caller.
I remember aldrin dust in truth. Yes.
But aldrin dust and sevens are the same thing?
I don't feel. Maybe for Mali.
Okay. Maybe, yeah. Could be.
I remember aldrin dust.
Yeah, I know aldrin dust. Aldrin dust is original. You killing anything?
Sometimes seven is more than sexy name.
Yeah. Definitely so.
Yeah. So Doc, you hear there's a goat is called what?
Chevon.
Chevon is amazing.
Chevon.
Meat from goat is actually called chevon. However, don't beat yourself up. Here the word mutton is used interchangeable between sheep and goat.
Yeah.
But since Indians mostly consume goat, it is widely accepted term for goat meat. So the word mutton is interchangeable between goat and sheep. Although the correct term meat from goat is actually called chevron. But here the word mutton is used interchangeable between sheep and goat.
All right.
That person had right that already.
I just went and checked that on Google.
Let's go back. Let's see what Facebook has.
Yes. So we have Jacqueline Smith saying, push your hand in the bottom. That is how you know if you don't believe. Selena Williams, the only time yard fall are not tired is when they're chasing you. Maria is saying, you put your finger up the butt. Rachel Henry, my grandmother used to push her finger in the bottom to check for egg. Ingrid Bond, Stew Not Waters. Valerie Godfrey, the Bam Bam. Audrey Benjamin, my favorite part is the foot. Paulson is saying the neck is the best part. Ingrid is saying the feet is the best. Rachel Henry, eating yard fall food is like eating a rubber. Jose is saying chicken fingers is a big thing in the USA, especially on Saturdays in soup or stew with vegetables. John is saying you actually can squeeze an egg out of a chicken. However, that's only when it's almost out already. Justin is asking, all your donkey milk good to drink? I'll leave that for who does drink donkey milk to say. Cousin is saying Siobhan is goat meat and sheep is mutton. Jose, did you ever boil egg and found a chicken in it? I've heard people talk about that. John is saying that's something I used to do all the time. I still do it to this day, but there's a technique to it. Jacqueline, nowadays sheep is mutton and goat is Siobhan. Jose, remember fall was also used in religious practices, especially the white ones. That's true. And John Hollis is saying Rhode Island red are the layers. And Cousin is saying calico is gray and white fowl. Let's see, I think I missed a couple of comments. Ingrid is saying goat is called mutton, sheep is lamb. Yeah, and John is saying colloquial language you use mutton. Yeah.
So Scholar,
play a nice name, no? Yeah.
So Scholar, next time if we had to go and buy a tupong goat meat, we had to go and tell him, man, hey Zach, give me a chipong and chevron.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chevron, right? Man, if you want.
Yeah, like what is that?
The man, next to the man, think I interfere with him. All right. Someone says the black and yeah. Someone says the black and white hens are called check.
Check fowl, yeah. Check fowl.
Somebody else said Godfrey, that fowl you're talking about called check fowl, grey and white. All right, yeah. Somebody said goat meat is called veal, sheep is mutton.
Okay.
Somebody said they say frizzle fowlers identify and dig out obia in people's yard. I don't know about that all. I know how you get it out obia in people's yard.
Well, how you don't know?
I don't know about them frizzle fowl and obia.
No, but frizzle fowl is an important ingredient in the whole obia thing.
Yeah.
And even in Shango and what rituals, whole frizzle is important in that thing. Your boss are frizzle and your jam and the blood. All back and all things.
I got the gun and you flog them in a shashawe broom.
Yeah. For frizzle is an important thing.
Right. Anyway, fellas, we almost out of time. Time goes by really fast. So let's take a final call and then we're gonna wrap for this evening. We culture. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. The black and white fowl was called Dominique. Good evening.
Yes, we hear you.
Right. And
caller, you need to turn down the volume of your radio. It's very low. We're not hearing you well.
Sorry. I know that. Right. The black and white fowl was called Dominique.
And when a cock crows, when it goes to sleep and it crows before midnight, a young girl in the village is pregnant.
Okay.
Got me?
Thank you.
Thank you. I've been calling for the whole night.
All right. Okay
then.
I heard about the Dominic fall. I don't know which one is it, but I know there is one that you call Dominic. Yeah.
It's a check fall.
Somebody said earlier about the fowl crowing in the day and the pregnant. Apparently, they mentioned that to a neighbor, and the neighbor gave them a cussing up because the neighbor had a daughter. And 2 weeks later, the neighbor had to come and apologize.
Yeah, the followers know.
Yeah. How you feel there's no?
Why? I don't know, man. Cock puppy does Marco. I don't know. That is old thing, man. That is. We go through that anyway. I don't feel it. It's just coincidence.
Well, I guess so.
Doc, I have a question for you before you wrap up.
I'm listening.
When is the last time you see a gig with?
A gig with?
Yeah, a gigi.
Oh, a gigi.
Yeah.
It seemed like a long time now. We see some surprise.
You don't know how it comes.
Gigi,
no, I don't.
Gigi was this long neck bird that used to be flying around, looking for the chicken.
Oh.
And it will swoop down when the mother is less attentive, or when one of the young ones stray away. It would swoop down, capture it, and pick it up and go with it. So this.
But Gigi don't have a long neck, man. Gigi's chicken out. Gigi let go long.
Not got a long neck.
Garlin has a long neck.
Garlin has a.
The Garlin has a long neck.
Yeah.
But the Gigi was the chicken hawk. He come and you come down and gone.
He used to make a loud noise.
Yeah,
Loud noise, yeah.
But you know, he have a bird that Gigi afraid.
Which one?
A little one, you know.
Come little bird.
Oh, not the hummingbird.
Pipirit, yeah. Pipirit, Gigi afraid Pipirit. You see Pipirit chase Gigi, yeah. Anyway, guys, we out of time. Reece, let's take whatever final comments we have on Facebook, and then we'll wrap.
Yes. So we have. Just give me. Right. So John Costlin saying, "Wait. So how come the egg coming from the Bam Bam? They don't have female organs?" Jose is asking, great program, guys. Nice to be back. Have a great week. Hannah is saying, like laughing at all, like that have to go under the microscope because fowl have breast. That is to do with the organs. Jocelyn, very interesting program, guys. Fowl have tete. Nigel John is saying chicken hawk. Jocelyn is also saying chicken hawk. Coslin, Gree, or chicken hawk. Or look at that, just tell me chicken hawk. Hannah is saying laughing at having breast. Nigel is saying pipirit. Chicken hawk from Ingrid. Maria, chicken hawk stole the chicks. Maria is saying good program. Let me just go across to the YouTube. We have Nadia is saying the meat of sheep is called mutton, but the correct name of the meat from goat is chevron. But is saying which part of the fowl is the coupon? Coupon? Is a coupon? Which part is a coupon? Yeah. And that's the last of the comments.
Right. Let me ask you now. Anyone ever drink chicken milk?
Got to wrap up.
Yeah? Or they ever drink chicken milk? Alright, okay.
Yeah.
Let me give up. Well, no, all I'm talking about chicken breasts. I wonder if all you had chicken milk. Doc, let's make your closing remarks before you go.
What we notice here, what we see here, I think I said part of what I wanted to see now earlier on is that the whole bringing up of animals, that whole culture around it, society, was based on a particular philosophy, idea of how we see ourselves being industrious, etc. And it changed, it started to change gradually as we now become a lot more dependent on other persons that are feeding us. And we miss an opportunity to probably go a little bit different, to show that when Gary came on the scene, he actually changed a lot of that culture by making people have more resources. There was a major transfer of resources during that time. But all in all, liquor boys in particular, and I would say children, in general, growing up, we had more responsibility. We knew our place, we knew what we had to do. But now it seems like, how do we grow up our children is all based on the whims and fancy of the individual and not so much society. So we had a lot to learn. We learned a lot from that, taking responsibility, loving the animal, being close to Mother Nature. And I think now we strain and further away from Mother Nature. How can we have that balance? I'm not so sure. Because even just recently on this report about climate change and what is happening to us, and I think the further we go away from nature, the more we don't see that connection between us and nature. So just want to say good night to everyone. It was a much relaxing program, and I hope the listeners and viewers enjoyed us immensely as we did.
All right, Reece?
Well, there's something that we didn't get to talk about when it comes to this yard fowl, the slaughtering of it. And this is a memory that is very much etched in my head. Seeing people capture fowl, hold them down, cut off their neck, their head at the neck. And that to me was so barbaric as a child. And on top of that, the smell of the blood that came out, that is a scent that I will never forget. And I appreciate that for people who eat meat and cook meat, they have a high tolerance level for that. I have a very low tolerance level for when it comes to the smell of chicken being cooked. I don't care what seasoned it is, there's a scent that I get. And I will never forget the blood, the sight of chickens being killed, and the whole scent of it and everything. I'm happy that I don't eat chicken, whether it's yard fowl, whether it's genetically engineered, the big fat ones that they have now. Grateful for that. I learned a lot. A lot of memories came back, especially with the naming of the fowls, the type of fowls and everything. And right now I live in a neighborhood where there's quite a lot of fowls and they roam freely. And there's a sight that I see every evening just before, as it's about to turn 6 o'clock, the fowls would start climbing that tension wire that helps keep the electric poles affixed to the ground, and they would slide up, go up that tension wire sideways, one after the other, until they reach the top of the pole. There is one that sleep at the very top of the pole, and there's one that sleep on top of the lamp itself, and there are others that sleep on the wires. I don't know how they do it. Even during the rain, they are there. And there are those who go up in the trees. There's quite a lot of them in the trees. So, and that experience I like seeing the yard fowls live freely and, just peacefully and everything. So, guys, very good program tonight again. I think we started talking about agriculture. We did not specify what, but we found a niche within the topic right there in the moment, which is good. So, happy weekend, everybody, and ladies, have a good weekend as well.
Finley. Hey, before I wrap up, I want to ask you a question. So, you see, fish without blood,
Watch me. Don't go there.
All right. Oh, blood.
Let me tell you, the person that listening here, you might just cause me to have to become full vegan again.
You said no, I just pointing out that just one night in fish drop, but anyway.
Tell the person who never ate a yard fowl that got stolen.
I ain't doubting fish do have blood in Guava, you know. Do have anything for that?
I think Guava fish do have blood.
Anyways, guys, you know, incidentally, today was the celebration of World Food Day.
Yes.
I mean, listen to you, Godfrey, as you interviewed people and you hosted the World Food Day. So this program that we have done tonight, you know, is well in keeping with the celebration of World Food Day. And I think what we have been discussing for the last 2 hours or so, the actual fact is food security.
Yes.
That's what we have been discussing. And the fact that during those times that we have been looking back at, this was the hallmark of food security, right? Everybody mind a beast and you eat your beast. Besides the crops and so on, of course. Now we have the unfortunate situation. I hardly don't see cow these days. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you do have cow. Maybe the only cow we have now, since they give breadfruit cow name.
That kind of cow on tree.
Breadfruit over the real cow, breadfruit on tree.
Cow on tree.
Yeah, because I don't see cow really hardly again. But and unfortunately, you hear that we have to buy cow from St. Vincent and all this kind of thing. I mean, we have really backpedaled, you know, in terms of security. We have really regressed. And this program, cultural as it is, and looking back, but it also, especially now in this time, where we've seen how COVID can affect what we eat and our ability to find food and so on. Food security has become a major thing. That we just before I finish, because I wanted to start on that note, and I wouldn't go for long because really and truly, so 10 seconds, 20 seconds mainly, maybe, to just remember on this night as we go on, one of our cultural icons who have passed away in the person of Abin, who unfortunately passed. And he would have been one of our foremost cultural icons. You know, to go into all that he has done and all that he has touched, probably an entire program again. So I just want to remember him. We culture remember.
Yes, indeed.
I definitely would like to echo that.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, Livingston and Scholar, you know, I've heard a lot of people, you know, talk about Peter Bain and being a cultural icon. I guess I wouldn't know and Livingston would know, but Peter Bain was also a sporting icon, because it was people like Peter Bain and others who sort of laid the foundation for people like myself and Livingston in SAS, because he was an extremely good sportsman, top high jumper, top long jumper, sprinter.
I think at one time he had the junior record.
Yes, they had. Well, I think you may have broken the junior high jump record from Peter Bain.
Yeah.
So Peter Bain was also a really great sports person, and you know, he was my very, very, very good friend. We spoke a lot, you know, and I was really saddened by his passing. So of course, I think it is so fitting that we remember Peter Bain as well. So definitely. I want to thank you guys again for, of course, being here. So you know, chatting. We had planned to take a generalized look at agriculture, the culture of agriculture, but we ended up on the yard fowl. I didn't believe we could talk so much about yard fowl, and we could go on talking about yard fowl, because there are some things about yard fowl we ain't even talk about yet. You know, of course, one of the big things was the fall feather that we used to clean with ears. I mean, and we could go on and on and on about yard fowl, you know, and the more you talk, the more you remember things. And that's the beautiful things. Scholar mentioned something about food security, and it's so much on point, because one of the big things with food security is being able to get food that is affordable. We were able to afford we had fowl because we grew them ourselves. You know, so this is such a very, very important point. To our listeners, we thank you so very much. Our friends on Facebook, we're really happy that you're back with us. Well, we are back with you. We know that you were waiting. We're back with you. Thank you very much. Our YouTube viewers, we thank you so very much. And of course, our viewers of GBN Television, we thank you again. Do have a great weekend, folks. We'll be back next Friday. Well, we had to kind of make a little quarrel in the week to decide what we go talk about. You know what I mean? So we can't tell you yet, but we're gonna find something to talk about. So do have a good night, enjoy the weekend, and continue to be safe. Good night, all the best.
Kindly greasy pole, and we don't dance round the maypole. Raise it high up the